The Matrix Club in Naperville, Illinois hosted a glittering VIP red carpet premiere of American Warrior, offering an exclusive look at the film that is fast becoming a global sensation. While the night sparkled with glamour, flashing cameras, and the buzz of a Hollywood style showcase, its beating heart belonged to one man, Vishy Iyer, whose journey from community roots to global cinema is a story of pride and perseverance. Well, now it's time to take a look at all these stories in detail. Watching Community Roundup. The Matrix Club in Naperville, Illinois shimmered under the glow of cameras, chatter, and cinematic excitement as it hosted the exclusive VIP premiere of American Warrior. The evening carried all the elements of a Hollywood red carpet gala, glamour, anticipation, and star power, but for many in attendance, the most inspiring element of the night was the creative presence of Vishy Iyer. Vishy's journey from the world of ideas to the heart of global cinema became the soul of the celebration, giving the diaspora audience a figure they could proudly identify with. American Warrior, written and directed by Gustavo Martin with co-writers Matt Anthony and Vishy Iyer, is a film that dares to explore the disruptive, transformative force of sudden social media fame. At its center is Jay, a man propelled into the limelight by viral success who must learn to harness that fleeting recognition to script his own comeback. Beyond the adrenaline of its narrative lies an emotional richness shaped by Ayer's voice, his ability to tap into universal themes of resilience, belonging, and identity that transcend cultural lines. Congressional candidate Neil Coate, who is also the executive producer of American Warrior, added to the sense of pride and prestige with his presence, underscoring the fact that this was not only a cinematic event but a cultural milestone backed by leadership within the Indian American community. The applause that followed was both cinematic and personal. It honored a story well told but also celebrated Vishy himself, who had carried his experiences and cultural lens into a film that spoke universally.
South Asians need to break out and start creating stories. And right now, the forces of nature are with us right now. Hollywood is looking at diversity, and for me, it's been a 20-year journey. And I wanted to break through, and I said no. Until now, South Asians are being represented on the sidewalks, comedy, drama. I wanted to break through into action, and I wanted to be a protagonist. Yeah, hopefully this will be the first time it breaks through and other South Asian artists are inspired by what we did. Who knows, the next Martin Scorsese, Spielberg, or Tom Cruise is in South Asia.
It's an entertaining film. There's MMA fights, there's action, there's grit, but it's also uplifting. And, there's something in it for everyone. We've taken this film all over the US. We've had tons of screenings. And people from all different backgrounds, ages, it doesn't matter. They all relate, or something in the film resonates deeply with them and they're inspired.
Here we're doing something, although it is about Indian people, it is with the American sensibilities. We want to take Indian stories global, right? So that is why we're making this film in English and about a very popular, one of the most popular sports, MMA. And we have wonderful actors, some of them well-known actors. And, I was brought in to make sure that the Indian audience comes and takes a look. So I hope that people watch American Warrior. It's very inspiring as a film, and it'll really motivate people who want to do different things, not just a doctor, lawyer, engineer, to be something else. So that's very exciting.
Well, it started with Vish's idea and him knocking on our door and being open-minded to this idea. I think we were kind of unique in that, and I think that's how all films start. It's an idea. That's what I love about Bollywood. Anything you think, you can make it real. So that's what we tried to do. We said, okay, this is a great idea. Let's make it real.
I met Vish about 6 years ago, and I know how hard it is to package projects and sometimes for you to get together. So when he came with a passion, when he narrated the story, something inside said, we should support this person. And Christy and I got with him, and we started supporting it. And then our amazing producer, Roshana, joined us. It was a long journey, but it was his vision. And what resonated with all of us as humans is, we all go through times where you hit rock bottom. And when you hit rock bottom, you need to know that you need to take the next step, and you have to have the courage to get it through the day. And if you do that, life will open up doors, and sometimes it opens up. So the real story is Vish's dream, but the movie's about Jay's dream as well. And it resonates with everyone present.
I'm very grateful to Rashana Shah. She couldn't be here with us. She is the producer of this film, Mulberry Films. She and Vish and Christy and Naveen, they actually offered me this film. And when I read the synopsis of the film, I was so blown away with what the narrative had to offer, and that's how I decided to come on board and then be the impact advisor for this film. This is a concept I pioneered in 2019, and it was launched in Indian cinema with a new credit title, Impact Advisor. The whole goal was there are a lot of great narratives made, and most of them are independent films, right? How do you bring those cause theme-based narratives or culture-based narratives to the world platform, right? So there was a lot of gap that I saw in the industry, and I thought through the concept of impact, you can actually bring them and create ambassadors of in the communities that who can come and be the audience and then take the cause forward, and that is how you create through the network the domino effect that any film requires to go and be successful at the box office.
Though the film has already made waves on the international festival circuit, the Naperville premiere carried a different emotional weight. It symbolized the pride of the South Asian community in America, who watched one of their own step onto the world stage of cinema. For many attendees, the sight of Vishy's name in the credits was more than acknowledgement. It was representation. In conversations after the screening, it was clear that his contribution resonated deeply with those who saw in him the reflection of their own journeys, navigating the balance of heritage, ambition, and identity in a rapidly globalizing world. Well, that's all for today.